Nigeria's economy takes a new paradigm shift as Vice President Kashim Shettima unveils Nigeria's renewable energy plans. House of Representatives weighed into lingering impasse between federal government and Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU. Peace accord on agenda as INEC meets political party leaders over Anambra off-cycle governorship election. And many thanks for joining us on the news desk at 6 on NTN News 24. We are live in Abuja. I am Chinenye Nwoye. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has welcomed Shell's $2 billion financial investment decision on a new non-associated gas development project in the shallow offshore HI field located in Oil Mining Lease OML 144, slated to begin production in 2028. The project is expected to deliver approximately 350 million standard cubic feet of gas per day, accounting for nearly a third of the feedstock requirements of the Nigeria LNG Limited's Train 7 project. This landmark decision marks the third major oil and gas FID in Nigeria within the last 18 months, following the Ubeta-Nag project and the Bonga North Deepwater development. With this latest announcement, total upstream investment commitments since President Tinubu took office in 2023 have exceeded $8 billion, highlighting renewed investor confidence in Nigeria's energy sector. Special Advisor to the President on Energy, Olu Arowolo Virgin, emphasized the significance of these projects in strengthening Nigeria's gas export capabilities and domestic energy access. She noted that with the Ubeta and HI feeds secured, the NLNG Train 7 project can now move forward with confidence, creating jobs, reducing import dependency, and increasing foreign exchange earnings through enhanced LNG exports and LPG supply. Vice President Kashim Shettima has assured Nigerians that the economy has turned a corner and the hardships being endured will soon be over. The Vice President said this at the first Nigeria Renewable Energy Innovation Forum, NREIF, in Abuja, where he emphasized that Nigeria must not only participate in Africa's renewable energy drive, but must lead it. Dennis Adegunloye reports.
This first Nigeria Renewable Energy Innovation Forum, convened by the Rural Electrification Agency, REA, is seeking investments in local production of renewable products. And for Vice President Kashim Shettima, it serves as a platform to establish Nigeria as a hub for renewable energy manufacturing in Africa, and Nigeria's energy transition presents an investment opportunity of over $410 billion between now and 2060. And from this figure, more than 23 billion naira is required to expand energy access and connect the millions of Nigerians who still live in energy poverty.
But beyond access lies our grander ambition, which is to deliver a power system capable of 277 gigawatts of total installed capacity by 2060. This ambition demands more than investment. It demands innovation, local capacity, and commitment. That is why a team of these years forms implementing the Nigeria First policy, facilitating local content development and manufacturing in the renewable energy ecosystem is not only timely, but indeed essential. Our commitment to a Nigeria First industrial strategy calls on us to anchor the future of Africa's renewable energy supply chains right here at home.
Under the forum, more than $400 million is being invested into Nigeria's renewable energy manufacturing value chain, thereby creating employment opportunities.
These investments are projected to create over 1,500 direct jobs across multiple states and reflect growing global confidence in Nigeria's clean energy industrialization drive.
in the power sector. The Nigerian First policy reflects our determination to ensure that the next generation of clean energy technologies, from solar panels to battery energy storage systems, deployed across the country, proudly carry the label made in Nigeria.
Each partnership formed here, Your Excellency, will contribute to answering a single question. That is, how do we ensure that Nigeria not only participates in, but leads the renewable energy revolution in Africa?
As the world races towards net zero emissions, the consensus at this forum is that Africa cannot and must not be left behind. In Abuja, Dennis Adegunloye, NTA News.
President Tinubu has communicated Senate seeking confirmation of Professor Joash Amopitan as chairman of Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, read the letter of request alongside other communications to the Senate from the President for approval of appointments. The request is in line with the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The Nigerian Senate has set up an ad hoc committee tasked to come up with a position paper on current discussion at U.S. Congress on alleged Christian genocide in Nigeria. The position paper, expected to contain facts and statistics, will be shared with the executive arm and will also form the reaction of the Senate on the issue. The political landscape of Enugu State and the entire Southeast is taking a new trajectory as Governor Peter Mba has officially defected from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC). The announcement was made just a few hours ago at a rally which held at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium in Enugu, where key stakeholders of the APC attended. The Vice President, Kashim Shettima, as well as Governor Mba, standing alongside the national chairman of the APC, told the gathering that this decision was a necessary one for the development of Enugu State.
With the coming of Governor Ndubuisi Mba, with the continued energy being exhibited by Governor Hope Uzodimma and Governor Francis Iwipuru, I believe the Ndibo have come to the mainstream of Nigerian politics. And I want to assure you that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our leader, is a man for all seasons and all people. A man whose word is his bond, and his sense of inclusion, his real capacity to listen, and his belief in merit over sentiment have made the APC the most formidable political party in Africa. And for Governor Peter Mba, let me say this with warmth and humor, that you have always been one of us. You are a progressive, true and true. And I am convinced that you had a broom hidden in your umbrella all these years, waiting for the right moment to bring it out. I want to warmly welcome you to the APC. And as far as the APC convention and constitution, the governor is the leader of the party in the state.
The acting chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Mrs. May Agbamuche Mbu, met with chairmen and secretaries of registered political parties, re-emphasizing the Commission's desire to continue to improve on the nation's electoral integrity. The meeting was held at the INEC's headquarters in Abuja. Timothy Yusuf reports.
This meeting marks the first official engagement of May Agbamuche Mbu with political parties since assuming office in an acting capacity as INEC chairman. The meeting is part of INEC's series of consultative sessions with stakeholders ahead of the November 8, 2025 Anambra governorship election. Third of the meeting in the series, the interactive session was designed to provide an avenue for robust discussions with political parties on critical issues relating to the conduct of the upcoming election, as well as other off-season elections in Ekiti, Osun governorship polls, and the FCT area council election in 2026.
The Commission is impressed by the response of Nigerians to the CBR exercise. And for us, this is a testament that Nigerians believe in our democracy and the effort of the Commission towards ensuring that all eligible Nigerians are given the right to determine who leads them. The details of completed online pre-registration and physical registrations are published on our website on a weekly basis.
Citizens' expectations are high, very high. The Commission should justify the confidence the nation reposed in it. This is the only way to rebuild trust in the electoral process and encourage mass participation in future polls.
INEC noted that the engagement will enable the Commission and political parties' leaders to brainstorm over grey areas and ensure seamless preparations. The consultative meeting is expected to set the tone for further engagements with security agencies, civil society groups, and other election stakeholders in the coming days as part of efforts to guarantee a credible, transparent, and hitch-free elections. Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
The House of Representatives has stated its determination to find a middle ground in the industrial dispute between the federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU. At Tuesday's plenary, the House tasked an ad hoc committee led by Speaker Abbas Tajuddin to wade into the impasse and find a lasting solution, as well as facilitate suspension of the 2-week strike declared by ASU. National Assembly correspondent Mitaire Ikben reports.
Are concerned that ASU's 2-week warning strike could snowball into a bigger crisis that will deepen the frustrations of students, parents, and lecturers. They warn that time is of the essence to broker a deal between the federal government and ASU.
The House urged both parties to exercise restraint, embrace constructive dialogue, and prioritize the interests of students and national development above all other considerations.
Meanwhile, the House resolved to investigate a petition brought against the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board over age restriction policy.
For enforcing an illegal and arbitrary admission age restriction policy in contempt of the judgments of 2 superior courts of records, in disregard for the fundamental rights of affected candidates and a resolution of the House of Representatives.
To expand maritime infrastructure and boost the blue economy in line with the renewed hope agenda of the federal government, lawmakers advocate more deep-sea ports.
Urge the federal government, through Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy and other relevant agencies, to initiate a collaborative framework with the government of Akwa Ibom State for the establishment and realization of the Ibom deep-sea ports that could attract investment worth over $5.6 billion.
Following renewed bandit attacks in parts of Sokoto State, the House called for intensified military onslaught.
Urge the Nigerian Armed Forces to immediately reinforce deployment and enhance joint operations in Kuchi area of Kebe Tambuwal local government to secure lives, property, and farmlands. Mandate the committees on ECOWAS Parliament and Foreign Affairs to help normalize relations with neighboring states, especially the Niger Republic, to enable cross-border intelligence sharing.
Governor Uba Sani of Kaduna State was in plenary to witness the formal defection of 3 lawmakers from his state who left the PDP for APC. From the National Assembly, Mitaire Ikben, NTA News.
This is the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. We'll take a break here. There will be more reports when we return this day.
And the National Productivity Order of Merit Award goes to...
The only tomato paste manufacturer to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the Federal Government of Nigeria, endorsed by the Association of Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria. This is an evidence of 100% natural goodness, great quality and great taste. So eat healthy to live longer. Use Erisco tomato paste and products. 100% natural tomato. Better food na correct. Buy now and enjoy up to 20% discount. Erisco tomato paste, the taste of Nigeria.
Feel the power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African Road.
The Northern Nigeria Youth Leadership Forum has declared that it will not support organizing any form of protest in the country. Instead, the forum called on the people of Nigeria to continue to support the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in its efforts to promote development. The chairman of the forum, Murtala Garba Gamji, made this statement during a press conference in Abuja. The forum noted that some desperate politicians are planning to organize a protest in Abuja in support of the free Nnamdi Kanu. In view of this, the forum distanced itself and other forums in northern Nigeria from the protest.
We will not allow any attempted attempt to jeopardize the movement that will unite Nigeria. We unite both Christian and Muslim. Everybody should come as one. Please allow this noble president to face the challenge Nigeria is facing. Let's solve our problem ourselves. To call on Mr. President to continue the project of Sokoto to Badagry. Student loan, we appreciate. About the employment, she continue. About the Almajiri school, she continue. All the project, the unity of Nigeria, and the call we are calling on Mr. President about the religion commission, where both Christian and Muslim will come and stay together and solve the problem of this country. That is where we are.
The forum is also on Nigerian youths to avoid any protest for the peace and tranquility in the country. He advised the youths to always find a positive way to contribute to the national development of the country. The Federal Fire Service is sounding the alarm early, calling on Nigerians to stay alert as the Harmattan season draws near. Hosting heads of state fire services in Abuja, Controller General Samuel Olumode says collaboration is key to curbing fire outbreaks and strengthening response nationwide.
During the Harmattan period, no storage of petrol. They should be conscious of fire. They should have the nearest fire station numbers on their phones and fire extinguishers and so on.
The Controller General also inaugurated a task force on public building audit set up after the Afri Tower fire in Lagos as part of efforts to enforce safety standards and reduce disaster risks across the country.
Across the country will be visited. The audit will be done. I will see that the country is safe. Enough of fire incidents.
Dry winds approaching, the fire service says prevention starts with caution, from switching off electrical appliances to avoiding open burning. A nationwide campaign is underway to educate the public about the dangers of lead exposure, which can have severe health implications, particularly for vulnerable groups such as pregnant women and children. Experts on NTA's program, Good Morning Nigeria, emphasized the importance of awareness and prevention, highlighting traditional cosmetics, contaminated food and water, and old paint as potential sources of lead exposure. Ekemini Williams reports.
Health experts are warning about the severe risk of lead exposure, which can cause permanent harm to human health, especially in children. This concern follows devastating lead poisoning outbreaks, including a 2010 incident in Zamfara State that killed over 400 children and disabled many more, as well as cases in Niger State in 2015 and recent reports in Zamfara and Sokoto States in 2024.
So you can find lead poisoning, like you said, in pencils, sometimes even in some food that we overlook. Yes, we find it in food, even in contaminated sites. You see places that you're mining and the place is already polluted and people are planting there. It's growing and you're eating it.
Lead is so scary, but again, lead is useful. So lead is useful, but again, just like you said, okay, for human beings, getting it into the system of the human beings is what you want to prevent. Because lead is even now, globally, one of the strategic minerals that you find from galena and all that. And people are mining lead. But again, you have to do it in such a way that it's not ingestible. It doesn't get into the blood system.
Key recommendations include developing policies to guide awareness creation and enforcement efforts, building the capacity of regulatory agencies, and implementing effective enforcement mechanisms. The government is encouraged to formalize artisanal miners into cooperatives, providing access to education, awareness, and training on safer mining practices.
In all the chapters of the Fed, in all the state of Federation, you have chapters, and we organize sensitization programs for miners, irrespective of whether we are members or not. So we try to, because we are talking of lead poisoning, there are some other dangerous aspects in mining, which is not issue of lead poisoning. All this, anything that is not bringing safer mining practices can be hazardous.
Illegal mining is almost, in fact, there is no how it can be stopped. It cannot be stopped, but if it cannot be stopped, let us try to introduce measures that can keep our society safe.
In Abuja, Ekemini Williams, NTA News.
The Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON, Dr. Ifeanyi Chukwunonso Okeke, has called for deeper collaboration among stakeholders to drive Nigeria's development agenda through the power of standards. Speaking at the 2025 World Standards Day celebration and Walk for Standards held in Lagos, Dr. Okeke emphasized the importance of partnerships in achieving the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, particularly SDG 17, which focuses on partnerships for the goals. Dr. Okeke highlighted that the theme for this year's celebration, Shared Vision for a Better World, reflects the urgent need for collaboration across government, industry, the academia, and civil society. He noted that SON has demonstrated this through partnerships that have led to impactful initiatives such as rebranding of the MANCAP logo, approval of over 80 international standards for compressed natural gas, CNG, and the launch of innovative certification schemes like SONESCAP and CESCAP. He reaffirmed the agency's commitment to innovation, inclusivity, and global integration, stressing that together, these efforts will accelerate Nigeria's journey towards sustainable growth, enhanced competitiveness, and improved quality of life for all citizens. This is the news desk at 6 on NTN News 24. Let's take another look at our major stories. As Vice President Kashim Shettima unveils Nigeria's renewable energy plans. House of Representatives wade into lingering impasse between federal government and Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU. Peace accord on agenda as INEC meets political party leaders over Anambra Off-Cycle governorship election.
2024.
Nasarawa State Government has summoned another security meeting to discuss measures towards mitigating security threats arising from insecurity in some neighboring states. Governor Abdullahi Sule assured of his administration's commitment to secure all parts of the state. Aliyu Tijani reports.
Of Governor Abdullahi Sule to adopt proactive measures so as to secure the state against possible influx of insurgents into the state from neighboring states. This is against the backdrop of activities of Wulo Wulo and Lukurawa in Niger and Kwara states, among other insurgency and banditry activities in the zone.
The situation of insecurity, especially in other parts of the country, of big concern, and some of them may begin to actually flow over to our state. So it is very important that we take steps to ensure that does not happen to us.
Also of concern is the rising cases of kidnapping in Lafia and Karo. In attendance at the meeting are chairmen of 5 local government areas prone to attack, heads of security agencies in the state, and traditional rulers. While security agencies have been tasked to be proactive, citizens on their part are to provide intelligence to security agencies for enhanced collaboration to contain insecurity in the state. The meeting later went into behind closed doors with fair resolutions reached for implementation in Lafia. Aliyu Tijani, NTA News.
And that concludes the news desk at 6 on NTN News 24. Many thanks for watching. I am Chinenye.